Hi guys, I'm Saumya and I'm back again with another video. I hope you're all well and safe. I make a lot of bookish content on this channel, so if you are a book lover and a reader, then do hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click on the bell icon. So in today's video, I want to tell you guys about the books that I'm currently reading in June and the ones that I'm planning on reading. So this is a video that is going to list out my TBR as well as my current reads. So let me know in the comment section which books are you reading currently and which books are you planning to read in June. I will look forward to hearing from you, and let's get into the video. So a few days ago, I had posted a poll on my Instagram story asking my viewers and my followers about how their reading year of 2022 was going, and more than 50% people chose the option that said that it was going worse than average. And honestly, I can kind of understand, because 2022 has been a very busy and a very chaotic year for me, and honestly my channel has also seen the impact of that, although that's going to change now. I am back for good now and I will post consistently and regularly. So in today's video, I just want to present a very realistic list of my books that I'm going to be reading in June. So it's not going to be anything elaborate or anything too grand, so I just wanted to inform you about that first. The first two books are Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Lenny Taylor. So this is a duology that I had been meaning to read for a long time. In fact, I had been meaning to read Strange the Dreamer since 2017, when it had a really pretty edition that isn't available right now. So I finally started reading this book last month, but I had to put it down because my year has been chaotic, as I said before. Now I'm finally reading it again. I have read 300 pages of this book so far. There are 532 pages in total, and then of course there is the second part of the duology, which is Muse of Nightmares. Strange the Dreamer is about Laszlo Strange, who is a librarian in Zosma, and he loves the city of Veep that the world seems to have forgotten about, but he is obsessed with this lost city. So one day he finally gets the chance to go to Veep, and it comes after a lot of trials and tribulations in his life. So my experience of reading this book so far has been that I got extremely invested in this book after 150 pages or so. Yes, that's right, that's a very long time to get into a book, especially a book like this one that has glowing reviews. I am not saying that this is not a well-written book. In fact, it is very well written, but as for the story, for the 150 pages or so in the beginning, the story moves a bit slow according to me. Also, when I had started reading this book, I was not in the best state of mind, so that probably impacted my experience as well. I am making steady progress with this book, and I really want to read Muse of Nightmares in June as well. The next book is Delhi, a novel by Khushwant Singh. So this again is a book that I had been meaning to read for a very long time, and I have started reading it and I'm finding it very engaging. Although I'm still at the very beginning of the book, I can tell, or at least guess, that this is going to be an interesting read, and I am not surprised because Khushwant Singh's writings are always very engrossing. So this book starts out with Khushwant Singh being extremely irreverent about Delhi and its people, which kind of took me by surprise. I was startled because I was not expecting that right in the beginning, and as a Delhiite, that was a shock, to be honest, but then again it definitely grabbed my attention. Now in this book, Khushwant Singh has narrated about Delhi and commented on Delhi in all its ugliness and glory. Actually, he begins with ugliness, but then he moves on to glory. He has talked about how Delhi is unappealing on the first glance, but when you get to know it, it becomes very beautiful. Now this is an opinion up for debate. That's the picture that has been painted in this book. Anyway, it's very compelling, and it basically invites you to go further, dig deeper in this book, and that's what I am doing. I have very high hopes from this book because the start is so promising, and I can't wait to share my opinion on this book once I finish reading it. The next book is Tomb of Sand by Gitanjali Shree. So this book is everywhere these days because it's the winner of the International Booker Prize of 2022. So this is a story of an 80-year-old woman who goes into depression after her husband passes away, but then she re-emerges from it and she starts rediscovering her life, and she also starts breaking convention. She expresses her desire and wish to visit Pakistan to basically address this unresolved trauma that she had from her teenage years, of her experience from the time of the partition. So this book has a lot of heavy issues and there is a lot to unpack in this story. The synopsis makes that clear enough. And to top that, this is a big book. It has more than 700 pages. So this was my list of books that I'm currently reading in June and the ones that I'm going to. So this was a very modest list, I know, but I mentioned this in the beginning of the video that I am kind of just getting my stuff together when it comes to reading, and I think this list is good enough for me as of now. Let me know in the comments about your June reads. And that was it for today's video. If you want to connect with me on my social media, the links are in the description. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye, take care and stay safe.